Hi, I'm Kathy Carriage. I'm here with some of the Benicia High School students who are on the SAGE team and the Eco Club. And we're at, this is Saturday, October 24th, the International Day of Climate Action. We're at the First Street Green in Benicia, and we're dressed as if we could be underwater because with a sea level rise, that's exactly where we're going to be in this spot. We're working for 350.org to try to make sure that the international climate treaty that's being negotiated now in Copenhagen is strong and puts some definite upper limits on CO2 in the atmosphere. We shouldn't have any more CO2 in the atmosphere than 350 parts per million, and that's what our 350 represents.
My name is Emmeline Tringali. I'm from the SAGE team at Benicia High School because of the immense impact that climate change will have on our community.
My name is Phil Salazar. I'm in SAGE and Eco Clubs at Benicia High School, and I'm out here today because climate action is really important to me.
My name is Taylor Dennis, and I'm the Vice President of Eco Club. I'm here because if this actually happens, then my house will potentially be underwater.
My name is Paul Morgan, and I'm in the Benicia High School Eco Club. And I'm here just so people know that this isn't something that they'll just see on TV, that this is something that will really affect them.
Welcome, everybody. The first thing I'd like to say today is that you're part of something that's very large. There are more than 4,000 events like this happening all over the world in more than 170 nations in dozens of languages, and they've been happening since very early this morning. They've been happening in every time zone and on every continent. Everyone who's involved in all of these actions shares at least one thing, and that's the conviction that it's up to us at this exact moment in history to come together in defense of the planet and the people on it. Climate crisis is such a huge issue that it's always hard to see what difference any of us can make, especially when our foes come from some of the most powerful entities on Earth. We can't match them in money, but we can match them in our numbers, in our spirit, in dedication. And we have a secret weapon which comes from our own and scientific observation. Today we're taking that number 350 and we're making it the centerpiece of the debate over climate. We're reminding the world's leaders that they can give us all the speeches they want, but it won't change the way that physics and chemistry operate. We're standing up for scientific reality, and in so doing, reframing this debate in a way that will echo through the UN climate talks in Copenhagen and beyond.
350 is the amount of carbon dioxide that we can sustain the planet with the Earth. And going above that, we're about at 385 now, means all the issues of instability that Kathy was outlining. For Benicia, we have a particularly interesting situation in that we get our water from the runoff from the Sierra Nevada mountains way to the east. And the problem is that the largest storage resource that we have in the state of California is the snowpack, and it can't last, not with the rising temperatures. So people wonder, how does the issue of 350 really affect us? It affects us in two rather diabolical ways. One is that we're going to have a water problem, a water supply problem, and two is that we're going to have a sea level rising problem. Over here on the table, we have some displays about what that means, and we also have some markers on the poles about how high the water would get at mid-century, which is about 16 inches, and how high it would get at the end of the century, which is about 55 inches. Part of what we did in Benicia in recognizing the issue of the climate changes and our contribution to it through human activity is that we have gone through a process for the last 2 years of working on what our carbon footprint is. So how much carbon dioxide, essentially greenhouse gases, it's more than carbon dioxide, it also includes methane and some other gases. But essentially, what is it that we're introducing by our human activities? I want to pledge to do one thing every day that changes my behavior and that I know reduces my carbon footprint. What I would like you to do is to make the same pledge and to end on the note that has given me such inspiration to continue to work hard for the interests of the community as well as for the interests of the 350 campaign is, as President Obama says, yes, we can.